What's up, gang? Chris Card's back. Through the mail Monday-ish. Our first return today comes from Sacktown, Sacramento, California, the state capital of California. We've got an unsigned index card. And we've got Randy Choate. Randy Choate signed very nicely there in blue Sharpie. Looks like we've got our rookie card explosion box rejects. Lots of his cards I got out of those packs from Wilmington. Looks like some 2012 and 2013 cards there. Very nicely signed. Look at that nice parallel. Very cool. Sparkly green card signed in blue. Would have been cooler if it was a sparkly blue card signed in blue, but can't always get what you want out of life. I think I mentioned that a couple weeks ago. Randy Choate, 2000 World Series champion with the Yankees, even though he pitched only a handful of games that year. He still gets a ring. Very nice card there. Drafted by the Yanks in 1997. Played 15 years everywhere. Marlins, Tampa Bay, Cardinals, Dodgers, obviously. Yankees for a few years in the early aughts. And there you have it, guys. Randy Choate, a lefty specialist. That's a lefty, one-out guy, or a loogie. He was the definition of a loogie. Him and he pitched till he was 39. Guys like Jesse Orosco pitched till he was 46. Those guys can pitch for a long time. Who knows now with the rule change, with the three-batter minimum rule, how that will play out in the future. But these guys are pretty important coming in and getting one of those guys out. But, yeah, who knows how that's going to affect things now that we've got a little bit of a change in rules to the loogies. But there you go, guys. Randy Choate, great success from him. Quick return from him. On to the next. Return number 2 comes to us from Baltimore, Maryland. Baltimore, Maryland. Could be anybody. Could be anybody. We've got a couple cards in here. A blank index card. And we have Brooks Robinson. All right. Check that out. Very nice A&G signed Brooks Robinson card. And hopefully my 74 Topps card is signed for my set. And yes, it is. Awesome. Brooks had a 23-year career, Hall of Fame career, 1983 inductee, 18-time All-Star, 16-time Gold Glove Award winner over there at third base. He could pick it with the best of them. Member of the All-Century team. Backup to Michael Schmidt, who was probably a better power hitter, was obviously a better power hitter than Brooks Robinson, but Brooks still had much better numbers in other areas than Michael Jack Schmidt. 1966 and 70 World Series champion, won the MVP in 1970. Brooks Robinson used to sign for $60 a card through his website, and I don't know how much traffic he got, probably a lot. A lot of guys pay the freight to get their set cards signed and other pieces signed. Understandable, but I didn't get them. But he's now signing for about $10 a card. So I said, I better jump on this while I can. You guys, I suggest do the same. He turns 84 in May this year. Very gracious of Brooks to sign at a fairly reasonable rate. Not even a fairly reasonable rate, a very reasonable rate. Thank you very much for getting these cards signed and sent back in short order, Mr. Robinson. Awesome return. On to the next. All right, next return, also from Baltimore, Maryland. Could be anybody, once again. Probably not Brooks Robinson. That'd be strange, putting him on back-to-back on this Through the Mail Tuesday. And there it is, guys. Tippy Martinez, still living in the Baltimore area. Played for them for 11 years. Originally drafted with the Yanks, played 3 years with the Yanks before getting shipped over to Baltimore, where he stayed for mostly the remainder of his career. Had a cup of coffee with the Twins, signed very nicely there in blue Sharpie. Another lefty pitcher, 1983 All-Star, and also World Series champion in 1983. Another dude, pretty well known for picking off 3 Toronto Blue Jay base runners in a row. How does that happen? It was a game in 1983, and the Orioles replaced their light-hitting catchers with some pinch hitters so they could make a comeback and tie up the Blue Jays in the 9th inning. Crazy thing was they had to use Len Sakata, an infielder, for their catcher in the 10th. So when 3 consecutive Blue Jays reached base in the top of the 10th, they took huge leads, figuring they're going to steal a base off Mr. Len Sakata, not a catcher. Tippy picked them off one at a time. 1, 2, 3. and they won the game in the bottom of the 10th by a Lincecata walk-off home run. So Orioles played that perfectly. Was Earl Weaver managing back then? Probably was. Nice move all around. If you're that third guy and you get picked off, how does that happen? It's like getting out of the inning in 3 pitches. If you're the third batter up and the first 2 batters got out on 1 pitch each, you take that first pitch no matter what. So I'm not sure why his lead was so big. Don't know if there's video out there of it all, but that's a pretty sad state of affairs there for Toronto Blue Jays in the 1983 season. Let's move on to our final return of the day. All right, gang, final return of this PTMT from Indianapolis, Indiana, hometown of Joyce DeWitt. We've got Dick Sharon. Maybe it's Dick Sharon. Maybe it's Dick Sharon. First round pick of the Pittsburgh Pirates in 1968, as you see right there on that signature card. Shortly thereafter, traded to the Tigres and then traded to the Padres in his short 3-year career. That's a lot of activity. Power hitter in the minors, just could never put it together in the bigs. Played the outfield, the old generic outfield of the early 70s. There's that nice 1974 Topps signed very nicely. I wanted that first round draft pick inscription on my 74, and I got it on the signature card instead. So it is what it is. What are you going to do? Billings, Montana, for whatever reason, this came back from Indianapolis, Indiana. And trying to get these 74 Topps cards inscribed is like pulling teeth. Everyone always signs another card, but well, whatever. It is what it is. Very happy to get these back. They look great. Thank you, Mr. Richard Sharon. And that's it, guys. Through the mail Monday in the books. Thank you very much for being patient with me. I know this was a day late, but not $1 short because, well, that idiom wouldn't really make sense in this situation. But thank you guys for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. I do this every month. I do this almost every Monday for the last 109 weeks. For the last one, starting next week, for the 2nd week in a row, every single Monday. Love to have you join us along for the ride. We always get nice returns. Random players throughout baseball's history, if they're alive and still signing autographs, I'll probably get them eventually. And hit that like button. Comment down below and let me know what you thought of this week's returns. Hope everyone out there is having a great Tuesday. Has a great week as well. I got a lot of catching up to do. Just got the power back on last night, so happy to get this out to you guys, and hopefully, barring any acts of God, I'll be back to my normal Monday schedule starting next Monday. So, thanks, guys, for watching. Really appreciate it, and I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.